On this very first episode of my new series, Love to Hate, I'm going to be talking about pre-built PCs, so stay tuned and we'll get right into it. So since this is the first episode of a new series, or I guess the first series that I'm making, I'm going to be calling it Love to Hate. And what the goal is I'm going to be talking about two things that I love and two things that I hate about a particular tech trend of the time, or topic, or company, or whatnot. And today's topic, of course, is pre-built PCs. If you're a person who's considering buying a pre-built PC and are seeing all the hype among a lot of YouTube reviewers about the gaming PCs that Walmart has recently been selling, I think that's in the US, I'm in Canada, so I don't really know a whole lot about that because we certainly have had no excitement from Walmart in several years. I have seen a lot of talk about Walmart in the US offering gaming PCs that are pre-built, and a lot of people going in, and I really haven't watched any of the videos yet, but it's definitely something I wanted to talk about, basically in supplement to that, for anyone who's thinking about buying a pre-built PC from a particular company. So with that, I'm going to start out with the first love. Anyone can buy a top-end system without having to do much research into the parts. It's as simple as that. It's pretty self-explanatory, and it's pretty great. If you need a PC for a specific purpose, you can pretty much find a pre-built system that's going to be able to do that with very minimal looking into parts. There may be some specific things you do need to make sure you're getting, such as a lot of storage and a solid processor if you're doing video editing and things like that. But overall, it's going to be pretty minimal, and that's just an overall thumbs up. There's not really much else to say on that point. It's pretty great. But that leads me to the first hate about pre-built PCs, is that oftentimes you're going to pay significantly higher for possibly less, or at least the same, as you would if you were building the PC yourself. If you're not a technically minded person, you might not mind that so much. If you're a frugal person, you're definitely not going to like that a whole lot. And of course, I should say as well that I'm not thinking about laptops with this, or tablets, or things like that, but I'm talking specifically about desktop PCs. Paying more for the PC itself, whether you're getting the same or whether you're getting less for more money, is mostly a disadvantage depending on where you're purchasing from. It's often a drastic difference. So with pre-built PCs, you definitely have to look into the source that your PC is coming from, which further leads me down the same topic to my second love. There have recently been an uprising in boutique companies that are making great pre-built PCs for often very reasonable prices, or at the very least, making it worth the money for the additional customization. I'm thinking in particular of Origin PC and Main Gear are the two that immediately come to mind when I think of that, which both of which I've just really looked at recently just to see what they're all about. And frankly, they're absolutely killing it in the custom PC space right now. Just looking through the offerings that both of them offer, the customization is out of this world. You can customize the case, the case color, the interior lighting, every single part imaginable, storage setups, and they do have experts that configure them and make sure that they're running at the top notch that they can, which is huge. And further, everything seems to be running sort of down a similar path today. That leads me to the second hate as well, which are companies like CyberPower, or iBuyPower in Canada, who create horrible desktop PCs and sell them, and they either arrive dead, or in a very short amount of time they stop working and or have significant problems, which is just horrible. I remember recently, among a lot of tech reviewers, there was a large amount of, let's call it, exposure for CyberPower and iBuyPower for creating and selling horrible machines that are poorly built. No, the cables are just all over the place, or just tied up in one big bunch inside the system. The cooling options are terrible, and for some reason there's one thing or another wrong with the systems almost right out of the box. And I experienced this firsthand as well, having not done a lot of research myself, but finding a good deal on a decent system for my brother-in-law, which was by the same company, iBuyPower, because we're in Canada. And in short order, the unit started overheating really quickly. It had all the standard cooling features and things like that. I'm not exactly sure everything seemed to be functioning properly, but it was overheating and overheating badly. So that was a horrible experience, and I find given that these companies still exist, a lot of people are falling into that trap, and that may not be the case with all of their systems, but it definitely seems like a widespread problem, and something that I have to warn you to be wary about if you're looking into a pre-built PC. Even a great sale isn't going to be worth it if the systems aren't going to work. Anyway guys, today's topic was fairly straightforward and probably pretty self-explanatory, but I just wanted to lay out the key things to look for and the things that I love the most and hate the most about pre-built PCs. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video and if you like the idea for the format of the Love to Hate series, be sure to drop a thumbs up down below. Maybe hit that subscribe button to see my future videos in this series. Definitely follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch, and we'll see you next time.